Welcome back, fellow knights, to Call to Arms. My name is Apollo, and what if I told you that there was a distant land, a medieval land that had 6 kingdoms constantly at each other's throats, a land that is in dire need of a hero, and that hero could be you. I welcome you to a mod for Mount and Blade warband called Persistent World, and it's exactly as it sounds. It's a world that persists. The server never shuts off, the world never ends, and when you enter this world, you will have many choices, like who will you fight for, what kingdom will you call home, or what profession will you take up. For example, you may want to join this world and work your way through the military ranks and become a knight and fight in many famous battles and conquer many kingdoms, and people will sing songs of you. Or better yet, maybe you'll fight in knightly tournaments, festivals, and you will be known as the greatest warrior in all the lands. Or maybe you'll take more of a humble approach. Maybe you'll be a farmer, grow great crops and feed your kingdom. Or maybe you'll work with cattle, produce leather, and with that leather, the blacksmith, which is another profession you can take up, will make weapons and armor for the soldiers. Or maybe you'll be a doctor and you'll heal soldiers during a heat of a battle. Or maybe you'll be an engineer and you'll craft great war machines to bring down enemy kingdoms. There are so many options, and I didn't even list them all, of professions you can do in this world. So in this video, I will be explaining the basics of Persistent World, how to join a kingdom, and get started with your epic medieval career. But before we do get started with the video, I do want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Oasis Hosting. Without them, none of this is possible. So a big shout out to them. They've got fantastic servers for a wide variety of different games. There's a link to their website down below. There's also a discount code, which you can use that discount code on any purchase on their website. And not only are you getting a great deal, a great server for discount, but you're also supporting Call to Arms by using that code. So please check it out. Information down below. Okay, so the first thing you need to know about Persistent World is that there's some pretty strict rules, and these rules are here to make it fun and make it fair. And to read up about those rules, you need to go to their Discord. Their Discord is actually going to be very, very helpful. It's just the Call to Arms Discord. You'll find information about the world. You can find a map. You can find information about the factions. You can also do diplomacy or get help. You can communicate with other players if you don't understand how to do something on the map or really anything. It's really important that you follow or you become a member of this Discord, because you will get all the information you will need. Also, below that, there is a TeamSpeak link. That is the TeamSpeak we use during the Call to Arms events. So it's very important that you use that. There's also a link to the mod, just in case you don't have Persistent World. And lastly, there is a link to the banner pack. And this banner pack is really important because it helps with the immersion. It basically gives my faction, the Apollo, the Knights of Apollo coat of arms. It gives Lionheart's faction his logo, stuff like that. It makes it much more fun and much more exciting. You don't necessarily need the banner pack, but it is pretty cool to have. So the first thing I want to do, and I will show you around, the video is going to be awesome. So I'm going to show you around the actual world, and I do interview all the lords of the different kingdoms. So I don't want everyone joining my kingdom. It would be cool that some of you guys branch out to other kingdoms just to make it balanced, just to make it fun. But you don't necessarily have to. It's okay that there's weaker kingdoms or stronger kingdoms. It's all about forming that diplomacy and being smart about the wars you enter. So first off, let's look at the map here. This is the Call to Arms Persistent World, and you can see the different color factions here. And we also have a key here of the different things you can do in the map. So for example, you can go into banks. There's banks around the map, and that's where you can store money and take out money from, working your job, and that way people can't steal your money. So when you log out, I'm pretty sure all your money goes into the nearby bank. So you can go to your banks and do that, which is really cool. We also have mines located on the map, which is the blue circles. And in these mines, you can harvest like gold and iron. And with that, you can, make money or craft weapons and stuff. We do have an arena, and that's where the tournaments are going to be held. The arena is a small little arena, but it's just right for what we need. We have the commoner spawn. Again, when you spawn in this world, you are loyal to no one, so you're considered a commoner, and that is I'll explain how you pick a faction and you join it, but you start off as like a neutral commoner, and then you pick your favorite kingdom and you pick a role, and you'll be part of the kingdom. And then we have the shekel market. And this is the marketplace where you can buy the best armor and the best weapons that your faction can't even produce because it's a market. And this is technically a faction. And you can see the market faction location, but it's only a few people because it's not really, they're just there to make money, I suppose. They're not there to like start wars or anything. I bet they could pay for mercenary armies, which there is a mercenary faction. We'll get to that later. But yeah, that's where you can buy like the best armor, the best weapons, but beware, it's very expensive and you probably need a lot of money to do that. Next, what I want to do is talk about the different factions. So still looking at the map, we have the Knights of Apollo. That's going to be us over here, or if you decide to join me. The white faction, that's our castle. You can see our territory over there, which is fantastic. Next up, we have Lionheart's Legion, which he's got a huge-ass kingdom, which is in the yellow here. Pretty cool castle. Looks really awesome. And then next up, we have Simmer's faction, which is like the Kingdom of Ursa, or I'm pretty sure that Ursa? Is that what he's going? You'll hear it in the video, but he's the red faction over there. They've got a church on their property. It's a pretty cool looking castle. And then the blue faction is going to be the Lone Wolf Company. So they're the mercenary faction. So they're in between me and the Simmers faction, the Kingdom of Ursa. So they only fight for the person who has the highest, or who has the most money. So it's important to raise money for your kingdom in case you need to hire some mercenaries for your next war. And then finally, the last faction is the County of Flanders, which is led by Cardboard. And again, you're going to hear interviews with all the faction leaders, and they're going to talk about what their faction's all about. And so they've got a ton of territory as well. The territory doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's all about your castle, but you can like tax people of like foreigners or people who don't belong to your kingdom if they enter your territory, and if you don't pay it, that could start a war or something like that. But that's basically the map. And I'm pretty sure I've gone over like all the like behind the scenes stuff you need to know, like the Discord and all that stuff. So again, guys, make sure you check the links down below, and you just make sure you're up to date, because if you break the rules, we will give you one warning, but if you do it multiple times, it could lead to you being banned. We just want to have a fun, friendly environment. Please, guys, don't take this too seriously. Have fun with it. And if you start to become toxic, we're probably gonna ban you. But yeah, it's just a fun little role-playing, constant land of kingdoms, and it's gonna be awesome. So what I'm gonna do now is actually show you around the map, and this is when I recorded this live during an event, and we were just kind of doing a pretty chill event because I wanted to ride around and show you everything and just give you a good look at the distant lands, the medieval lands. So let's go ahead and start that video. Alright guys, here we are at the Knights of Apollo Castle. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Knights of Apollo Castle. I will show you this castle in more detail later on. You'll see everybody working in there. We got different roles like soldiers and farmers and blacksmiths and stuff like that. Just keeping the kingdom running. So we'll see that later on in the video. But before we start checking out everybody else's kingdom, because I do want to kind of advertise all these kingdoms and stuff and just show you you know, who's leading them, and if you maybe you don't want to fight for me, you want to fight for the other kingdoms, and you'll see the castles and stuff. Anyways, but let's look around this map real quick, and you can see some of the farming and the banking in detail. So we got some farmland here. This is where you can grow some crops. Up there we got cattle. I believe that's where you can harvest leather, I'm pretty sure. You will see buildings with these signs right here. This is like neutral merchant little places where apparently you can buy, and they're like run by human players, so you can buy like the best armor, the best weapons. We have our own weapons and armor in our own castle, but if you want even better, you can buy it from the merchants. So, you know, buyer beware to that. Now also, if we go to the left of my castle, there's a couple banks scattered around this land here, but you can go to the bank, and this is where you can take money out and put money in. If you hold F, you put money in, and if you just press F, you take money out. So that's how you can keep your money safe, and you can take it out and you can use it to buy equipment and, you know, other things like that. There's a couple other things scattered around the map. I believe I think we've got a mine. There's mines up here. I don't know if this is a mine. I don't know what this is. Just like old, like just destroyed building here. But there are mines. There's 2 mines on the map. And there's also like little fun like arenas. So if we go over this way real quick, you'll see an arena where we can have tournaments in. Oh, by the way, this is also the middle of the map. I don't think anyone owns this territory. It's just kind of, you know, where we can have battles and stuff, a little oasis in the middle. So you can see some serfs working here. Let me see who's over here. Oh, we got the County of Flanders working over here. And we got lots of Flanders. So just riding by Flanders, not want to fight. So let's go see that tournament area. Okay, so here it is. This is where we'll have our best soldiers go at it and fight it out. This is where everybody can go up and sit and watch, and it's a good all festive event. You can come in here, and this is the little arena. Pretty cool. We'll have little festivals and tournaments between the kingdoms to see who has the best warrior. That's always fun. Oh, just a heads up, guys. This is one of the mines over here. So we are, if you look on the map, I'll show you where we are exactly. We're right here on the map. You can see someone's mining over. I'm curious who this is. Oh, we got a lovely lady. Oh, this is the shekel market. So that is the faction that just runs the market. So they're not really a faction. They only have a couple people in their kingdom. It's not really a kingdom either. It's just like I don't know. It's more like a company or something. Alright guys, so here we are. If you look on the map, this is where we're located right now. This is where you spawn when you're not loyal to any kingdom. Now, this is where you get to pick your favorite kingdom, and I'm gonna go in order. That way you know exactly where all these castles are. By the way, you can see my castle way back there. That's where it's located. It's a pretty sweet spot, and I'll show you why later. But I will go through, show you all the castles, and we will I'll talk to all the faction lords, and they'll kind of explain their kingdom. And maybe you're like, you know what, Apollo doesn't upload enough third age, that I'm not gonna fight for him. I'm gonna fight for Simmer or Cardboard or one of the other leaders or kingdoms. So we'll be able to check them all out. And so yeah, if you look at the map right here, we're right here. We're gonna move to that red area. That is the first. It's to our right. That's the first castle we're gonna check out. So let's go ahead and make our way, which I believe it is, yeah, right to the right. It's kind of hidden behind these mountains. So we're gonna make our way this way. There's a little church. You see the church up there. You can go and you do your worship. Maybe they're more of a religious faction. I don't think that's the case, so I don't want to say what the faction is all about and stuff. All right, Lord Simmer. So the Kingdom of Ursa. I never get it right. So anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, this is your king. I'm looking at the military style you got here. It looks like you're warrior monks, huh?
We are a religious cult following the great spaghetti monster into battle.
Wow, what honor. Okay, so if there's people listening right now and you want to get some new recruits, what's unique about your kingdom? What do you got going on here?
We're the only faction to follow the one true god, the spaghetti monster. We will fight only for him, and we will kill all infidels think otherwise. They are free to join us if they're the true followers, and sometimes when we're bored, we do other things. But that's private.
Okay, wow, that sounds like one hell of a kingdom here. Now you got the gates closed. I'll respect your privacy. I won't look in your castle. But what the next important question here is who are you loyal to? Who do you not necessarily loyal, but who do you prefer between the two, Lionheart's Legion or the Knights of Apollo?
Well,
be honest, because I know I'm the king of the Knights of Apollo, but
personally, since I've already fought with you in the past, I'm probably still gonna pick you. I fought with you in the past before, so I probably will stick to it unless something happens and you really fuck up down the way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever betray you. I mean, so you hear that, guys? If you're like, I don't want to join Apollo because he's too mainstream, I'm gonna join a faction that's still, good with Apollo, but like not exactly with Apollo. So yeah, we'll hopefully we won't drag you into too many wars.
Okay.
But yeah, you got a nice little kingdom here, and thanks. Keep being awesome, and I'll see you around.
I will see you later.
All right, goodbye. All right, so cool. That was Lord Simmer and his kingdom. We're now going to move on to the next faction. So if you look on the map, it's the blue area. And don't worry about these colors. It's just kind of to organize it on the mini map here. But they actually have a pretty badass castle over here. And they're called the Lone Wolf Company. And they are loyal to no one. But they, basically they're a mercenary force. You can pay them off and they'll go to the highest bidder. So it's important to be a rich kingdom because you don't want to fight against these guys. And we're going to make our way over there and just kind of interview their lord and see what they're all about. If you're interested in being in a mercenary type company, a little fighters guild type situation, then yeah, this might be the kingdom for you. We might be able to sneak in here. They've got a fantastic defense, too. Some of these castles are really hard to attack or defend. This one looks like it's really easy to defend, but really hard to attack. I think we got some guys. Oh, yeah, look at this thin passway. Oh, this is going to be tough. But again, like, who's declaring war on the mercenaries? Like, why would you? I guess to take their castle. But let's go ahead and interview the lord of this castle. Okay, so you're the captain of the mercenaries. I just want to do a couple quick questions here because we got some viewers watching right now, and if you want some new recruits, you can kind of talk about what you're all about. By the way, I love your castle location. It's very nice.
Thank you very much.
All right, so yeah, you're the captain, and so what is this faction all about?
Well, as the name, mercenaries, Lone Wolf Company, we essentially fight for gold. We can do more or less anything your heart desires. We do take our fair dip in diplomacy, but of course the sword always triumphs the pen at the end of the day.
All right, awesome. So I know one of my go-to questions here, and I want you to be honest, okay? Even if I'm here interviewing you, in terms of the two big factions here, Lionheart's Legion and the Knights of Apollo, who are you most loyal to? Or maybe not necessarily loyal, but who do you lean more towards?
Whoever has the largest pouch.
Yes, okay. That's what I wanted to hear. All right, cool. All right. Is there anything else you want to say about your faction?
We love Benji.
Okay, if you ever wanted to duel my guys, feel free to ask them. If they lose, shame them greatly.
Okay.
You will see us entering a lot of tournaments, hopefully coming first, as we have in the past.
But you gotta advertise your merchandise, You gotta look good.
Of course, you can come and look if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. Are you looking for more skilled players who are good in fight?
Sadly, I believe we're more or less limited right now. We do hold many of the past tournament winners.
Okay. Wow, okay. What about farmers and everything? Do you have farmers?
My men are very good at multitasking.
Okay. So you got warriors / farmers. That's great. Also love the different culture. I don't know, this guy going with the Eastern garb over there. It's kind of cool to have mixed cultures because you're a mercenary force.
Of course.
Yes. So this is your opening courtyard here.
Yeah, this is the outer courtyard, and then we have the inner courtyard as well.
Cool. I mean, if you don't want to show me around, if you want to keep things some secret, that's fine. I mean, I don't plan on attacking mercenaries, but
feel free to go through it.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's check it out. All right, is this the capture point right here?
It is.
All right, that's a decent spot. I mean, you can hold this gate right here. You can put archers up on the top.
I doubt you'll be seeing this capture point a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you never know what can happen in these servers, but I don't think I'll be going for mercenaries or anyone really. But you never know. You never know.
That's very true.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a badass castle. I like it. So, I do appreciate your time and everyone watching. This is the Lone Wolf Company, and looks like it's a bunch of BAs over here just killing for money. All right, so yeah, they were a nice, they are mercenaries, so they gotta kind of give off the friendly vibe, they can't be jerks, and I guess it doesn't really matter if you're desperate to win a war. So up next is our castle. So yeah, I'm not gonna show you our castle until the very end, but that is where we're located, just on the map, so you can see where we're at. We're located right there by the coast. Looks a very, very beautiful sight indeed. But we'll move past that, and then we're actually gonna head back towards the green faction, and then we'll check out the yellow faction, which is going to be Lionheart's Legion. But next up is the green faction, or they're not the green faction, but they're the kingdom marked in the green, but it's the County of Flanders. All right, so here we are with the County of Flanders, the Flemish, I guess. But yeah, here's the Lord, the Count Cardboard.
Hello, King Polo. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. It looks like we're neighbors, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is your faction all about? What do we got here?
We have a faction about disciplined soldiers who like to keep peace and fight for the good stuff, I guess. And we like money as well, of course.
Okay. So I'm surrounded by money-focused mercenary type, I guess. So
we're not mercenaries,
but you like money.
Make it clear.
Okay.
We like money. We have a lot of money, but we fight for the good cause.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. So, do you want to show me around? If you want to keep it private.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
No.
Before we do that, though, I must ask. I've been asking everyone this. Out of Lionheart and the Knights of Apollo, I don't want to say who are you most loyal to, but who do you kind of lean towards? And be honest, I know I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the moment, it's like Knights of Apollo because we just done the most on this server, in the past.
I did
so
not
we
expect
had some
that.
going on, fighting together. But that's also because Lionheart's faction was rather small and hasn't been that active. So, but yeah, our relations with Knights of Apollo are pretty good at the moment.
Oh, okay, great. I was like worried that you'd be a future enemy, but this is good. Yeah, show me around. Let's see what it's like.
Right,
medieval crypts right here. Or cribs, not crypts. What the hell?
Yeah, over here when you enter our realm, we have a little farm going on.
Okay.
Where we grow all our crops.
Beautiful.
For our army to feed. And we have our cattle over there on the right as well.
Nice.
And then we have our main beauty right here. Our castle with a drawbridge. Yeah, once we enter this is our main courtyard. We have one of our healers on top of here, watching over everything.
You kind of have the Eastern kind of architecture vibe. Very cool.
I think we're figures based on warband style.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. I like how every castle is kind of different. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice, and to have some different, and also the armories are different and such. So.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, this is basically our castle. We have a second gate over here, which leads to the other side of the map.
Oh wow.
So this is our second courtyard, and if we need to defend our castle, most attacks are coming from this side.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, it looks like you got a fantastic castle here. So I do appreciate you, the Count, showing me around. Yeah. So I guess
welcome.
I'll see you on the flip side. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed to stay in the County of Flanders.
Yes, I did. I'll be sure to return for feast and festivals, and maybe we can have an arranged marriage.
Oh yeah, that.
Who killed my
that's a good-
fucking horse?
We normally should have a princess around some.
Okay. All right. Well, I gotta go see the next princess, which is Lionheart.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Okay, so that was the County of Flanders, and honestly, I thought Cardboard would be more loyal to Lionheart, but I was actually kind of surprised to hear that he was loyal to me. So that's another faction that, you know, maybe you don't want to be exactly with the Knights or part of the Knights, but you want to support them. The County of Flanders could possibly be them. Also, there's another market or something there. But yeah, if we go, if you look on the map now, we're headed straight towards Lionheart's castle. Now, Lionheart's Legion, very easy to find because it's near where you spawn as a commoner. Also, there's a big windmill over here. So let's go ahead and speak to them. Now, they are supposed to be like the big rival here against our kingdom. And I know a lot of viewers watching are probably more loyal to my side. But I'm sure there's some I'm sure there's a lot of guys out here who like both me, Lionheart, and might want to fight for Lionheart rather than me. You know, whatever. I won't take it personally. But let's go ahead and Lionheart's not here, unfortunately, but we'll have someone speak for him. So let's go speak. Right, so here we are at the Lionheart's Legion. Now Lionheart isn't here, but we do have. Would you just be like the right-hand man of Lionheart?
Yeah, I haven't been appointed with him officially, but considering I was the first person who joined and kind of left with where it is right now, I'd say yes. Okay,
yeah, fair enough. So it's a nice looking castle. It's very big. I get a little sneak peek now. I don't know like how Lionheart, when he gets on, how he's gonna play this, but we are pretty big enemies, so I feel kind of lucky looking through the castle, seeing where everything is.
Yeah. It's a bit intimidating looking at once you come from the other side.
Yeah.
It's definitely the most, I would say, defensible castle as it comes down to it, but we haven't been able to test it yet. Nobody's actually come around without his presence being here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it looks like you got this cool, like, little... I love this little area where you got the wall and you can kind of fire down and you hold this gate over here. It's pretty cool. Cool.
Oh, yeah. We even have this nice... I'll tell you what, let's come over here and let's go into the keep.
Alright, sweet. Oh yeah, look at this. You can put some archers up here, just fire.
Oh yeah, here's the final hole right inside.
Oh wow, holy crap.
Yeah, we got our own little castle here.
Oh, man, this is like a royal throne, man. I don't even have one of these. This is amazing. Alright, cool. So for any potential recruits watching right now, you want to just say what your faction's all about? Just something unique about it?
Well, I would just say that when it comes to the other factions, a lot of them are relatively new. They don't really have much structure to them, aside from, I would say, the Flanders over there across the way. So we have the most defensible castle, as well as me and quite a few other experienced players who actually know what they're doing. We'll try to guide you through and get you into the flow of things.
Awesome. Alright, cool. I think that's everything. Usually what I also ask is who you're more loyal to, either me or Lionheart, but I think that's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you.
It's me?
I didn't say nothing. I don't want to die.
Okay. I won't kill you. Look, this is we're not gonna fight here. I wouldn't do that. Whoa, calm down, calm down. Just put the weapon away. It's all right.
Yeah, just this.
I'll
things
just
get out of hand.
Yeah. That's why you have this guard. I love how this guy's like guards the throne. You know, I love this.
Oh yeah.
But cool. I appreciate you showing me around, and I think that's everything. I think eventually we're gonna do something in the center, like have a big like carefree brawl or something. But we'll keep you updated. But
right.
I appreciate it, and hopefully the next time.
We will show you one last thing.
Oh, one last thing?
Has their own different set of gear that they have in their own castles.
Right.
I'll just get you a little sneak peek of what we got in the armory.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, if you have any extra gold, I mean, you know, you just want to unload it, you know, feel free to buy a thing or two.
Your kingdom gets that money too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It goes into taxes.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fun. That's Persistent World is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, I like the round shields.
Oh yeah, I got the steel shield myself.
Oh, nice. Yeah, look at that. I think one of my guys has that shield. I guess he came over and gave you guys some money, which I'll have to go speak to him about. But that's awesome.
There's one or two other people who have it. The only thing that I think we have in particular nobody else does would be this war bow right here.
Okay, so okay.
We will have the best archers and the best balls.
Oh, I see. Good combo there.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the outskirts of the kingdom. Let's go ahead and go in here so you can see the gate here. It looks like someone knocked it down. Things happen, I guess. So right as you enter, you've got this nice little line of trees here, which you can actually harvest these trees for wood, which I believe you use for weapons and shields, if I'm not mistaken. So once you walk in, right to your right, we've got the blacksmith armory area. This is where you can store armor, you can craft armor and weapons and whatnot. And this is where you buy your armor when you can get suited up for battle and then get ready for some epic wars. This is all the weapons that you can grab. And again, guys, this is a very nutshell overview. There's a lot more detail there's a lot more to the game that I'm going to explain in this video. But I just want to tell you enough so you guys can, know the basics and then kind of learn as you play, the nuance of the game. But before you can get your armor, your weapon, and stuff like that, you need to pick a role. So this is the most, I think, important thing you need to do as soon as you get on. Pick your kingdom you want to join, and then go pick a role. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you where you do that. It depends on the castle, so this is more specifically for the Knights of Apollo, but if you join a different kingdom, then it might be located somewhere else. So if you go up here, up these main stairs, you can go in here, and this is where you pick a role. And remember, guys, all roles are important, and we need a lot of soldiers, but we also need farmers and engineers and doctors. So if you hover over here, this is where you can see, oh, here's a serf, which is basically the farmer, and collects wood, and they also do herding. You can be a crossbow, you can be a doctor. It's really just, if you go to the different weapons, you can see the different types of. We don't need any sailors, but I guess you can be one. A lancer, you can be a master smith, an engineer, a craftsman. And again, you see the traits of each role. So you're gonna specialize in that role, obviously. So once you pick your role, and all you do is you go up to it, and I'm not gonna do it completely, but you go up to it and you hold F, and you can see it takes a while. But once that loads up, you will be that role, and then you will be officially a part of the kingdom. And then from there, well, it's an open world. You do what you want. You go around and you can, chop down trees. You go farming. You can go be a bandit. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. But before, that's basically the basics of getting started. We do have the horses over here. Again, it depends what role you have. The better you are at riding. You see, it requires riding 4, requires riding 3. I am actually a sergeant. If you want to be more of a knight, you got to be a men-at-arms. So I actually wanted to go sergeant because I prefer fighting on ground. But yeah, my riding skill is not that great, so I can't get that great of a horse, even though I am the king of these lands. We got a little church over here, so if you want to do some worship. Oh, another important thing that I need to explain is that if you're at war with another faction and you're doing a siege battle, just like a normal Mountain Blade battle, you've got to capture the capture point. Our capture point is up here. So when we're in a siege and we're getting pushed back, this is where we fight and die. This is where we put up our last stand. We hold right here. Which you can see it's not the best place to defend, but we can form a little box here, hold out, and you can see there's other parts to the kingdom. There's lots of rooms here. This is where some of my best knights sleep, some of my maidens, if you know what I mean. They sleep here. My servants, I suppose. My servants. And then you can go all the way up here, and I believe we have like a feast kind of. Yeah, here it is. This is where the nobles will feast with me. Can I sit in this? Oh wait, not available to assume the role of the Lord. Oh, that's cool. I guess I'm not the king right now, but I should be. But this is where we can sit, we can have feasts, I can invite all the other nobles around the kingdom, we can talk about the current, the diplomacy and stuff like that. So that's where you can hang out there. Again, that room's more for lords and stuff. What is this room? Oh, door's locked by the outlaws. Okay. Yeah, there are strict rules, and I do want to make that clear that if you break the rules, you will be banned. So it's really important that you look on that Discord and you read up on all the rules. Again, you can make a mistake, and you'll get a warning, but try to avoid that. And then the cool part about my castle, if you go back here, there's a very beautiful seaside view here, guys, and no other castle has this. Also, we have a boat. The boat doesn't really do much, but hey, we've got a boat. And you can go here, and you can bring a special woman here, and just be like, look at this, isn't this beautiful? Looks like we even have more castlage down there as well. So yeah, I think you can go down. Oh, it might take some damage here. You can go down here, and maybe like Vikings or somebody will arrive, or space aliens. I don't know. But you can chill out here, I don't know. It's pretty sweet, right? There's our boat. There's our ship. So pretty awesome. And that's pretty much our castle, our kingdom, if you're gonna join the Knights of Apollo. Though the other castles look really cool, like you saw earlier in the video. But that's gonna about wrap it up for this Persistent world. I think the next event is gonna be this weekend, and we're gonna do a tournament between our best fighters between the kingdom, and it's gonna be a big medieval festive affair. Maybe we'll have a feast. Maybe we'll I don't know. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So. I'm very excited about that. I can't wait for this. It's gonna be great. Because the great thing about Persistent World is that even if you can't make the event, you can still affect the event. Like maybe you get on a day before and you collect a bunch of gold for your faction. Well, your faction's gonna be looking pretty good if they go into a war, So the server is always gonna be running. It's always gonna be up where you can continue to improve the kingdom, improve yourself, and hopefully set a name for yourself in this great medieval world. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.